Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Grange Reserve in Melbourne's southeast for this round 7 NPL Victoria action. As one of the stewards sends our effects mic flying. Eastern Lions versus Preston Lions. Round 7 here in VPL 1 Victoria. This game, a home away from home for the Eastern Lions as Gardeners Creek Reserve gets its big $2.1 million redevelopment. So we're here at the home of Kingston City this week. Two sides in dire need of a win. And Chris Screechin, the coach of the Eastern Lions, rings the changes after last week's 3-0 loss to Northcote City. Out goes Milo Bassoni, DeAndre Vollenhoven and Tobias Pelio, all to the bench. In come Charlie Slaney, Davut Tahir and Nick Naigoran. Alongside Keegan Coulter, Jack Butts, Gregory Zacharias, Amani Leacock, Nathan Stamatelos, Nathan Sim, George Stavridis and Jack Pope, who all retain their places. On the bench alongside the three who've dropped out of the starting 11 are Nicholas Katsubis, Angus Lambie, the backup goalkeeper, and Marley Sampson is promoted to the matchday squad. Xavier Salisbury misses out. And for Preston, after last-minute heartbreak against the Bentley Greens last week, there are two changes. Benji Leviticos and Luke Oresti are dropped to the bench. Dominic Foligno comes in at right back and Brandon Lawton into the midfield. Alongside Matthew Symes between the sticks, Aaron Anderson and Dean Larson continue as the central defensive pairing with Jacob Kresnar at left back. Marcus Schroen and Luke Jego man the midfield alongside Lawton. And Connor Bell, Will Bainham and Chock Dow are the front three. On the bench, Bon Scott, Wesley Gibello, and Matthew Whelan and Andrea Roxandich are promoted to the matchday squad. Whelan coming back from a groin injury. Giorgio Serdenis and Nicholas Dibb drop down to the Rezzies. We're almost set to go here. Preston in their white away strip, kicking from right to left. Eastern Lions in their home strip, the all red. And we're away at the Grange Reserve. Screechin's Eastern Lions side on a 3-game losing streak and without a win this season. But there's a lot more quality on paper in both these teams than the performances we've seen so far. Preston, with their topsy-turvy campaign to date, will be looking to get another win on the board. As Kresnar concedes a cheap free kick to the Eastern Lions, and Terry Constandelos, the man with the whistle, calls the first infringement of the night. Hit long by Jack Butts. Flicked on by Naigoran, who'll be an aerial threat all night, the towering striker, who's played top-flight football with the Oakley Cannons and him as a regular source of goals at Brunswick Juventus before that. Finished a good chunk of last season through injury. Butts around the corner. Stamatelos with an early touch, but Preston win it back through Bainham, who fancies an audacious long-range try, and it's well across the crossbar, but Will Bainham looking to get his eye in early after his goal last week. Goal and an assist. Teeing up Luke Jego for the second. Lawton contesting, but loses out, giving away at least a foot there in height. Stamatelos will leave the throw as Jack Butts is down with a head injury, and Terry Constandelos draws play to a halt. Butts is okay to continue, doesn't require treatment. Sent up the line, Naigoran with the flick on. Dom Foligno across to cover, and Easton will get a retake. Butts for the towering figure of Neogoran again. Here's the Barbados international Amani Leacock. Possession doesn't stick for the Eastern Lions. Here's Lawton. Battling with Butts, and that will be a Preston ball. This is Kresnar with the long throw. Looking for Bainham. George Stavridis got up well. Larson, cross to Anderson. Anderson punches it through, looking for Chock Dow. A bit of friendly fire between two Eastern Lion players there, and away comes Luke Jego. Kresnar forward to support the attack. Connor Bell is the option wide. Connor Bell drifting inside. Little reverse for Kresnar. This is neatly worked by Preston, and they can't connect in the middle. Eastern do enough to get the danger away and win a throw-in of their own, deep in their own half. Preston's best moment so far. Jock Dow. Connor Bell wrong-footed there. A little rushed from Jack Butts. Didn't have the attackers in support for a ball like that. Anderson with the eyes up, looking for that switch. They're targeting that left-hand side at the moment. Jacob Kresnar can't quite keep it in. Butts. Larson went to ground. Neogoran with the physicality. Now it's moved wide. Slaney's cross. That should be an easy grab for Matthew Symes, and it is. Oh, and Connor Bell brought down rather unceremoniously there by Butts. Free kick taken short and quickly. This is Marcus Schroen. Anderson spreads play to Foligno, who's high on the right. Finds his progress blocked, but wins the throw in front of the visiting bench. Slaney's long throw. Neogoran with another flick on there, but doesn't quite reach Leacock. There's a flag. Wouldn't have counted. Preston will get the free kick. Well, Neogorian already posing a physical threat. So he returns to the lineup. Bainham's layoff for Chock Dow. Luke Jego. Square for Schroen. Now Larson. And play spread out to Jacob Kresnar, and Connor Bell trying to keep it in play, but the angle is too narrow off his weaker left boot there, and it's an easy grab for Keegan Coulter. Eastern Lions stalwart and captain now, alongside Nathan Sim, the two longest serving players in the team. A lot of changeover in the off-season for Chris Greachen's side. Kresnar. Looking for Bainham. Bell will see it out. Chock Dow. Shielding it well. The spin from Dow. Cut back for Bainham, and it's just over. Will Bainham desperately unlucky there. Just couldn't keep his shot down. Another promising early sight of goal for the Preston Lions. Visiting supporters making plenty of noise on the far side. Great header from Larson, but it falls straight to the home team. Is there a foul off the ball there? Yes. Dean Larson has his heels clipped by Victorian. Preston under a bit of pressure here. Stamatelos, and he comes away with it. Nathan Stamatelos looking for Tahir. Loses out to Schroen, and then Connor Bell starts the break. Bainham well held up. Schroen with a brilliant through ball, finding Connor Bell. Squaring up Sim. Great feet from Bell. Lifts it across goal. Jago, what can he do from the angle? Finds Bainham in the middle, layoff for Connor Bell, and it's blocked. An incisive Preston breakaway, all started by that through ball from Marcus Schroen. It's only the desperate defending of George Stavridis, I think it was, on the line. Got the danger away. Brandon Lawton will take an in-swinging corner. Schroen free at the back stick, and it's tipped over by Coulter. Generated plenty of power there. Marcus Schroen, such a threat off dead balls. Can they find him again off this one? And swing it from Larson, and then headed on target again, and Stamatelos on the line saves the day for the Eastern Lions. Long clearance from Symes. Bainham was onside there, but his touch took him away from goal. Well, trying to pluck it out of the sky when it's coming over your shoulder isn't easy, but I'm not sure Will Bainham knew he was onside there. Charlie Slaney putting it into touch, and Easton can breathe. Preston really turning the screw in the last few minutes. Felino's throw. Visiting fans wanted a free kick there, but nothing doing. The whistle actually goes against Eastern Lions, or against the Preston Lions, I should say. An Eastern free kick, which Coulter will no doubt pump long in search of Nick Victorian up front. Flight of the ball evades him that time. Leacock crowded out by Jago. Sim will go back to the safety of his goalkeeper. Coulter. Aaron Anderson picks it off. Symes. Larson under the pump from Stamatelos. Keeps his nerve. Presnar couldn't do much there. To Zacharias. Zacharias out to Jack Butts. Stamatelos helps it on. And an obvious shove in the back there. Jack Pope, the offending party. Davey Tahir running a challenge. Neogorian involved in the build-up again. Good pressure from Dow, forces them backwards. Stavridis out to Stamatelos. Now Jack Butts with the run down the line. Stops and props, but can't find a teammate. And Gregory Zacharias, he got there first. The lazy leg from Lawton gives Easton a set-piece opportunity. They haven't had a shot on target so far. Will be David Tahir. And he's come across from the 5th Division in Scotland. Former player under Chris Greachin. Good shape on it from Tahir. And it's set for a shot. Stamatelos weaving his way through. And now Leacock was deflected and behind for an Eastern corner. On their first shot in anger, the Eastern Lions will threaten off set pieces with the likes of Stavridis and Zacharias and especially Nick Neogorian. It's in towards Neogorian. It was volleyed goalwards, then a big challenge flies in. It was a clean challenge. Nathan Sim thumped it goalwards. Well tackled. Preston scramble away the danger. Another corner for the Eastern Lions. Nervy moments here after 2 goals conceded off set pieces against Bentley last week. Sure, it's been a huge focus in training. Tahir's delivery, little change of angle off the short corner. Now Nathan Sim thumps it goalwards. Jacob Kresnar it was who got there in time. Here's the former Albion Rovers man, Tahir, who's taking every corner, every set piece. Front post delivery. Jack Pope was in there, but it's sent wide. And Preston survived that long spell of pressure, set piece after set piece. But it comes to nothing. Larson. Bainham off the chest. He thought he was held by Stavridis there. Sim goes back to Coulter. Free header for Anderson, skywards. Jego hooks it over. Lawton would have been offside. Pope can't find a way past Brandon Lawton, and now Luke Jego looks to spot a pass. Great challenge from Sim, hard but fair on Chocked Out. Nathan Sim has been known to step in as a holding midfield player, but he's very much needed in the heart of defence these days, especially with their former J-League defender Kentaro Oi missing out through injury. 39 years young and still doing the business in NPL2 after signing last season. Coulter can't quite keep it alive. It will be a Preston set piece. Anderson, great effort. And well saved by Coulter in the end. He's a long way from goal, Aaron Anderson. And Choctaw is brought down right outside the area. And this is shooting range. Quick feet from Choctaw. Anderson just generated so much power and direction off. Well, it looked like he was on a hiding to nothing there with the delivery, but superb effort to arch the neck and send it towards that top corner. Just spent too long in the air for Keegan Coulter to be in any real danger. Discussions going on with the referee, Terry Constandelos. Schroen and Bell stand over it. 4 in the wall. It's Connor Bell, and it's just high.
Well, what?
Scored a couple of magic free kicks.
All coming.
And here's time for the Preston Lions. That one not quite up to his usual standards. Coulter. Looking for Niagorian off the goal kick. Leacock down under the challenge of Anderson. Giving away a set piece which is in range for Davut Tahir. Or Davey as he's known. Tahir. Half cleared by Dow. Only as far as Leacock. Left it behind him a tad, but gets away with one. Niagorian. Back central. Bit of head tennis. Niagorian thumps it goalwards. And binds a corner. Yet to score this season. Eastern Lions' only goals coming from DeAndre Vollenhoven, who's on the bench, and Amani Leacock, the number 8. Back post delivery off a Preston head. Stamatelos goes down in the box. Hopeful appeals. Sim, a long way from home. The central defender trying to carve out space for a cross, but didn't quite have the burst of acceleration required. It's this short goal kick routine again. Kresna. Bainham off the chest. Can't get it to stick. Jack Pope lifts it through the lines, but too heavy. Ends up at the feet of Matt Symes. Preston trying to play their way out of danger. Kresna. Connor Bell darting in behind if they can find him. It's a brilliant ball from Kresna. Bell is on side. Centered for Jego. It was just behind him. Couldn't get it to sit where he wanted it to. This match has been played at a breakneck pace. Easton hassling and harrowing and pressing high, trying to force turnovers so they can break. Preston brave with the ball, sticking to their principles. Foligno. Just looking for Dow, but that was Charlie Slaney with the interception. Now Tahir has Slaney at the byline. Ball stayed in play. Leacock rides one challenge. Almost wins it back off the second.
Organise it. Amani, drop in. Stammer. Nicky, yeah.
Kresnar with a good win. Zacharias in bravely. Leacock. Amani Leacock crafting space for the shot, but he got it all wrong. Scuffed badly and blocked. He was going a long way off target there. It was a brilliant dribble, but the finish didn't quite match the lead-up work from the Barbados international, who was plucked from relative obscurity by Chris Greachin last year at North Star FC in the third tier of Queensland. He had some real class since signing in the mid-season window. Jego, the bad bounce, has to resort to his head. But back to his goalkeeper. Stavridis. Familiar surrounds for him tonight at the Grange Reserve. The ground he called home just last season, playing for Kingston. Veteran defender who's represented Bulleen and Northcote as well along his travels. Looking for Neogorian again. Flick on was intended for Tahir, but never got there. Long high ball, not dealt with by Sim. Jego nipped in, and then Bainham feeding Connor Bell. Oh, what a strike! Connor Bell with something out of the top drawer. He could not have hit that any better. That has arrowed into the corner of the net. And Preston hit the front. Truly remarkable finish. Vintage Connor Bell. He grabs his second goal of the season. It was selfless from Will Bainham. He was taken down. Good advantage paid by the referee. Jego who nipped in on the loose ball. Brilliant pass from Bainham just as he was about to be collected. And it sat up very invitingly for Bell as Jack Pope fires one off target. Now camera was in the perfect position. I think it's just nicked the inside of the post, you know. Now it's thumped goalwards by Greg Zacharias. Well, the attempts are racking up from Eastern Lions, but they're yet to force Matt Symes into a save of any magnitude. And here go Preston on the attack. It's the rapid Chock Dow on the right. Deep cross misses everybody. Kept alive through Luke Jego. Jego taken down. No whistle. Will be a Preston corner. Preston fans certainly thought it was a free kick. Meanwhile, corner from a pretty similar position. It's driven into the back post by Lawton. Might sit for Connor Bell. Blocked en route. It's off the head of Greg Zacharias. Well, could have sat for either the left foot of Strowen or the right boot of Connor Bell. You can forgive Bell for having another crack there, given the goal he's just scored. Similar technique. Lawton's back post delivery. Jego heads back into danger. Slaney forced into action. Brought down for Choctaw. Loses out to Leacock. Now here's to here. That was good defensive running from Choctaw after his error. Forcing to here wide and snuffing out the counter-attacking chance. Neogorian. On to Leacock. Stamatelos, and now Butts. Oh, Stavridis wrong-footed by the back pass. Bainham was almost through. Perfectly timed sliding tackle from Nathan Sim, and it had to be. He was the last defender. Only thing in Bainham's path. Well, Bainham felt that was a similarly clean tackle, but Terry Constandellis felt otherwise. This big game becoming more physical by the second. Eastern throw on the far side. Strike coming in on the edge of the box. And Dean, or is that Luke Jego who's been penalised? No, Dean Larson, in fact. And a yellow card out for dissent, I think, shown to Matthew Symes. Well, the ball went flying, so certainly Dean Larson got a piece of the ball. Maybe collected the man as well. Certainly looked like a clearance, but in any case, Eastern will have a shooting chance right on the edge of the box. It's Tahir and Leacock standing over it. Connor Bell called back to block the short option. Leacock into the wall. The follow-up is deflected en route and behind for a corner. Again, Preston absorbing pressure, but Matthew Symes yet to make a save. Short corner routine. Stamatelos. The crafty turn, but he runs out of real estate on the byline. If you're just joining us, skip back on the stream and catch up with Connor Bell's wonder strike for the opening goal. Hit like a sliced forehand. Arrowed into the corner of the net, just kissed the inside of the post on its way. Incredible finish. Is there a foul off the ball there involving Neogorian? Meanwhile, Leacock holding on to possession for just a touch too long, and Bainham holding it up against Sim. He's trying to release Bell again, but Eastern were onto the routine that time. Telos. Victorian was offside when he perhaps shouldn't have been. This is Larson. Felino. High press. Working out in Eastern's favour. Sim. Victorian wrestling with Anderson. No whistle. Advantage paid, in fact, to here. Back to Leacock. Centering ball for Victorian was too short. Luke Jego racing back to sweep up the loose ball and sends it into touch. Sim just dwelling in possession for a second there as Slaney checks back. Good feet from Charlie Slaney. And again, very composed work. Pope in heavy traffic, slides in on Dow. Oh, Preston almost made a hole for themselves there. Failure to clear the danger. Challenges flying in left, right and centre. Long drop punt from Symes. Slaney and Jego with a big collision, no whistle. Zacharias hitting the turf, advantage. To here. Leacock evades the challenge, and that's the second yellow card of the night, and it goes Aaron Anderson's way. Well, the wide set pieces proved Preston's undoing last week. See if the discipline can hold this time around. To here, a great ball, but Choctaw in the way. Leacock. Oh, Amani Leacock! What a strike. Eastern Lions level. And Amani Leacock says, Connor Bell, whatever you can do, I can do too. Well, Matthew Symes still hasn't made a save, and he had no chance of saving that one. Whistles past him into the corner. And the home side are level at the Grange Reserve. Amani Leacock with his second goal of the season. And Eastern's third all-campaign. Looked like his teammate had got in the way initially, but he adjusted his body and struck it viciously on the half volley. Pumped forward to Will Bainham. It's a wonder-goal apiece here at the Grange. Eventually the whistle goes in Preston's favour after much hesitation. Will Bainham going to ground and collapsing on the ball and forcing the referee to make one decision or another. Is it a foul or is it handball? Now Kresnar has the chance to deliver. Just one in the wall for Eastern Lions. Preston sending 6-7 into the area. Kresnar well flighted into the 6-yard box, and it's home. And Preston are ahead again in a flash. Into the crowd of bodies. Dean Larson wheels away celebrating. The delivery was pinpoint, inch perfect from Kresnar. And all it took was a touch on its way. Was it Kresnar or was it Bainham who got the final touch? I don't think anybody minds. Preston with the perfect response. Kresnar down in pain.
Are you fucking serious? A shit fucking tackle! Disgusting!
Apologies for any foul language caught over the effects mic. I think George Stavridis made his feelings pretty clear.
Referee, that's a terrible tackle. How's he still got the ball?
Well, no whistle on the end. Terry Constandellis was just checking on the welfare of Jacob Kresnar before play restarted. Anderson. Connor Bell shoved to the deck.
Push Wino, put your flag on, mate. Are you serious? Billy, drop! Billy!
Stamatelos. Stamatelos with the header. Larson steaming in, so too was Jago. Schroen, late tackle from Zacharias, and it has to be a card, and it is. Tempers starting to boil over here. Schroen. Bodies flying everywhere in the middle of the park at the moment. Stamatelos. Been an absorbing half of football so far, and now it's getting really physical and really testy out there. Two sides desperate for 3 points. Stavridis. Foligno underneath it. Lawton. Now the whistle goes in Eastern Lions' favour. In swinging delivery. Tahir gets a retake there, and it's crossed in to near Gorian. Stamatelos with the snapshot, always heading wide. Match this broadcast made possible. Stay with play here actually as it spills to Choctaw. Hooked away by Slaney, only as far as Schroen. Foligno into touch. This broadcast made possible by all of our partners here at Preston Lions, but today it's electrical connectivity. Massive shout out to Igor Georgievsky for his support of the club. The scoreboard at BT Connor Reserve shining brightly these days. It's all thanks to Igor Georgievsky and electrical connectivity. As Stamatelos flashes it across goal and smashes it against the woodwork. Preston living dangerously. Leacock. Loose on the touch, and he took down Connor Bell. Well, that was some strike. Easton were a lick of paint away from a second and drawing level in this contest. Stamatelos off virtually no backlift there, generated such power. Symes looking for Bainham. Larson. Last touch off Leacock. It'll spill to Connor Bell. Bell.
All good.
Can't keep his feet. Knocked forwards by Lawton for Chock Dow. Ran out of room, and it's a goal kick. Into first half stoppage time here. 3 minutes added by the fourth official. Can Preston preserve their lead until half time? Awkward bounce off the hand of Kresnar, perhaps. Just a throw in for Easton. Leacock. Butts. Zacharias. Square for Nathan Sim. Slice ball over the top. Will be seen out of play by Dom Felino. It's another busy Friday night here in Victorian football. I can tell you that elsewhere in VPL 1, Bentley Greens and Kingston City are locked at 0-0. Just down the road at Kingston Heath. Brunswick City a goal down against Lang Warren. Neogorian. Stamatelos. Threaded through for Neogorian. To here. Half cleared by Preston, and now Bell will deal with the danger. Won't quite curl back into the path of Will Bainham, despite his lung-busting effort there. Jack Butts, short for Leacock. Lawton. Anderson lifts it into the channel. Chock Dow applying the pressure. And Slaney keeps his cool. That will be half-time. And what an absorbing half of football it was.
Lucas.
It was Preston who hit the front after a succession of chances, and then a succession of Eastern Lions set pieces. Eventually Connor Bell struck The most magnificent half volley, sliced off the right boot. A searing strike that just kissed the inside of the post on its way in. Eastern Lions responded with a wonder strike of their own. Amani Leacock dodging out of his teammate's way to set himself for a half volley after Preston failed to clear a free kick. It was an absolutely thumping effort into the top corner, leaving Matthew Symes with no chance. Before the break, it's really straight after the Eastern Lions equaliser. Preston went up the right, won a free kick. Jacob Kresnar's delivery. And I think we're giving it to Dean Larson ahead of Will Bainham. The two Preston players rising for the same header. And it looped its way in at the far post to give Preston a half-time lead at the Grange Reserve. It's been a hard-fought contest. 3 yellow cards coming out. Plenty of spot fires and plenty of action still to come. So stay tuned here on the Preston Lions live stream. Presented today by Electrical Connectivity. The halftime score is Eastern Lions 1, Preston Lions 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Grange Reserve in Melbourne South East. Eastern Lions 1, Preston Lions 2 at the break. Spectacular opening goal from Connor Bell, latching onto a pass from Will Bainham. Sat up nicely for him. And a beautifully struck half volley. Just kissed the inside of the post on its way. Marnie Leacock responding with a viciously struck half volley. It was Dean Larson's header off a Jacob Kresnar free kick. Preston responding immediately to the leveller. And that's the difference between the two sides at the break. It's been a lively game. Lots of chances, lots of attacking football, lots of shots, and a fair few fouls and yellow cards as well. In for a spicy second half as both teams throw everything at this game. Eastern Lions looking for their first win of the season after a frustrating start and 3 losses on the bounce. Preston, well, it's been ups and downs all campaign long, and they're looking for some consistency. Connor Bell almost in behind straight away. Luke Jego trying the outside of the foot pass. Stavridis sends it long. Anderson. Little shirt pull from Will Bainham on Jack Butts. And the name of the game for Will Bainham is what can I get away with in those wrestling matches? Making a nuisance of himself up top, creating space for other players. He's done it all game long. Moonraker of a clearance from Foligno. Off the torso of Neogorian. He chases it down. Foligno emerges with possession. Symes. Great first time ball out to Kresnar. Confident feet from the goalkeeper. Helped on by Jego. Connor Bell was almost in. You could see the intent. It's Jack Pope. Back to Charlie Slaney, but pass was to no one in particular. This is Pope. Looking for Leacock. And now Stamatellos! Searing strike into the top corner. Matthew Symes got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. And Nathan Stamatellos, after smashing the woodwork in the first half, has his reward in the second. Eastern back level. And this incredible game takes another turn. Preston just outnumbered on that flank. When organised in transition. Dean Larson had to go to the ball, and it was a perfectly timed release from Amani Leacock to tee up Nathan Stamatellos. His first goal of the campaign. We apologise for the graphical issues we're having. The score is Eastern Lions 2, Preston Lions 2. Just in the opening stanza of this second half. 49 minutes played. And this broadcast made possible tonight by Electrical Connectivity. Proud sponsors of the Preston Lions. Igor Georgievsky continues to support the club so generously, and Brand spanking new scoreboard at BT Connor is all he's doing, so thank you to Electrical Connectivity tonight. Jack Butts with the throw near Gorian. Swivels and crosses, but didn't have the angle to find a teammate. Anderson into Jago, and you could see the triangle. They were trying to work on the right-hand side. Too heavy from Luke Jago. Slaney near Gorian with the flick to here. Drifted in and out of the contest from that left flank. Devutta here. More impactful with his set pieces than from open play. Bainham. Bit of a wrestling match there. Preston fans on the far side felt he was held. No real appeals from the big striker. He's played his football over in Scotland, more recently in the US. Kresna with a bit of distance off this throw. Free header and cleared as far as Schroen. Hooked back to Brandon Lawton on the left. Now Kresna to whip in the cross. Dow couldn't quite make contact, and nor could Bainham. Jago just ran out of legs on the right there. Well defended. Pretty ordinary pass from Tahir in truth, but Preston shut down his passing options pretty effectively there. Foligno. It's 3-on-1 in that heading contest. No hope for Will Bainham. Bainham. Late challenge. Preston might have felt that they had an advantage brewing there, but Terry Constandellis reached for his whistle. Kresna's in-swinger. He already has one assist tonight. Bainham helped it on. It was a fair old wrestling match in the box. Comfortable claim for Keegan Coulter that time. Larson. Composed work from the goal scorer. Sim. Schroen. Wrestle to the deck. Eastern Lions free kick. Marcus Schroen penalised for the foul on Amani Leacock. to here. Short routine, Stamatelos crosses straight out of play, but it took a touch on the way through. A little deflection, and Eastern have a corner.
And they couldn't log into your order. I put it on my brother's password, so I switched users when I got there. Like, whenever my brother tried to switch users, they still couldn't log in.
Butts over the bar. Again, apologies for the graphical errors on the stream. We don't have a scoreboard at the moment, but I can tell you it's Eastern Lions 2, Preston Lions 2. Eastern equalising in the early throws of this second half through Nathan Stamatelos. And they could be on for a third here. Pope! He kept his cool and rolled it into the bottom corner. And for the first time tonight, Eastern Lions have the lead. Jack Pope with the goal. Well, he was the one who won the contested header. Excellent work from Tahir, taking Foligno out of the equation. And Jack Pope with the burst of pace, the awareness to latch onto that loose ball and slide it past Matthew Symes. Preston find themselves behind for the first time tonight. Real test for Luyatsevsky's men now. Lawton. Great challenge. Diego found Connor Bell on the left, but he couldn't pick the gap. Now we might be losing a light tower for a moment there. Looked like we had a bit of mood lighting here at the Grange Reserve, but back to regular service. Foligno, great ball for Diego. Craig Zacharias at full stretch to deny him. This has been a seesawing contest. Eastern on the upswing with 2 unanswered goals in this second half. Can Preston respond as swiftly as they did when they conceded in the first? Kresnar's in-swinger, Coulter came and didn't claim. Foligno. Preston had nobody back there, and if that ball had stayed in play, they might have been in trouble. Dom Foligno needs an option here. Off Bainham. Lawton. Lawton runs into traffic. Leacock coming the other way. Square for Tahir. Davey Tahir was off the head of Schroen, and Matthew Symes out quickly to prevent the corner. The quick release is off the mark though. It's straight to Zacharias. Butts. Stamatelos. Well, they'd only scored 2 goals all season, the Eastern Lions, and tonight they've got 3. Score is 3-2. With just under an hour played here at the Grange. Bainham brought down. In fact, he overbalanced and handled the ball. And we will have the game's first change. Wesley Gibello on to replace Jock Dow on the right-hand side. Gibello, the French-born attacker, represents Martinique internationally. Jego. Zacharias, forward for Neogorian. Knockdown for Tahir. Zacharias with space to strike! And Matthew Symes with a flying stop. Leacock. That one's trickled over the byline for a goal kick. Greg Zacharias just had so much room when he received the ball. Matthew Symes saw it all the way. Schroen into Bainham. Won't sit for him. Leacock onto the knockdown from Neogorian. Eastern have space to attack again. Leacock holding up play. Sim punches it into the feet of Nick Neogorian. Combining with Leacock, teeing up Jack Pope, and now Neogorian on the spin. Sees his effort blocked by Aaron Anderson. Lawton releases the other way. Gibello wins the throw against Nathan Sim. Another good covering challenge from the veteran. Jack Pope feeds Neogorian. Kresnar chips it into the channel. And here's Connor Bell, 1v1. Bell drifting inside. Still Connor Bell! And it's dragged wide of the mark. Every Preston fan was expecting the net to bulge. But unlike his spectacular goal in the first half, Connor Bell scuffed that one well wide. Big chance goes begging. One of Connor Bell's own creation, it must be said. Marcus Schroen not happy with that decision. Eye rolls and groans from the Preston travelling support. "63 minutes played. Eastern Lions lead 3-2. Tahir. Floated delivery. Headed back to his own goalkeeper by Dean Larson. And Matthew Symes calling for a bit of calm and composure. One for Will Bainham to contest. Stavridis wins the header. Tell you that around the grounds, Langwarrin leading Brunswick City 2-1 now. Still scoreless over at Kingston Heath between Bentley and Kingston. In the top flight, it's 1-1 between Green Gully and Dandenong Thunder, and scoreless between Oakley and South Melbourne. Another busy Friday night in the top two tiers of Victorian football. Felino. Looking for Bainham's feet. Well kept by Will Bainham. Comes another little nibble at the ankle there. Luke Jego. Chip towards the back post, looking for Wesley Gibello, but Charlie Slaney in front position. Now Schroen with the strike. Always speculative. And off target.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, they're losing, but he was in the game. At least he's on playing this week. Sorry, say it again. No. Playing so much. Like, circling and circling. It's really bad. Yeah, but I think there's I reckon not far from here, unless he wants a training area. But it's good.
Coulter's goal kick for Victorian. Anderson battling. Contest of the big bodies. Krasnar can only knock it into the benches. Still 25 minutes plus stoppage for Preston to find a way back into this match. Twice they led, twice Eastern Lions fought back, and now it's the home side with a slender advantage, this one on a knife edge. It's been end-to-end all night. Larson. Late challenge coming in on Krasnar from Stamatelos. Preston will send bodies forward off the set piece. Brandon Lawton penalised for stealing a few bases there. It's a free header for Pope. Scorer of Eastern's third goal, Jack Pope. Second spell at the club after 2 years with Melbourne Victory's Youth Academy. That's his first goal back at the club. Wager his first senior goal for the club. It's going to be a Preston ball. Chris Creechan not best pleased with that decision. Hear him all the way from over the opposite side. Hacked clear by Zacharias. Slaney's interception. Now Pope turning away from trouble. Free kick for an off-the-ball incident involving Jacob Krasnar. Now Preston will make another change. I believe that's going to be Matty Whelan. The bustling Irish number 9. They're going to wait one more passage of play to make that substitution. Fascinating to see whether Preston go for two up top or it's a straight swap for Will Bainham, who's worked hard against two big centre halves all evening. Pope lays it back for Tahir. Sliding challenge from Jego. Foligno, who's drifted infield. Krasnar. Chips one into a channel for Connor Bell. Is that a handball? Officials not interested. A shout went up from the crowd, but so much the players. Leacock. Preston throw. And we will see the board go up, and it's a very aggressive change. Brandon Lawton sacrificed. The big Irish number 9, Matty Whelan. It's two up top for Preston. Maybe Will Bainham will drop off a little deeper than he's used to. Bainham taken down late. And the yellow card is out for Nick Niagorian. "70 minutes played. Eastern Lions 3, Preston Lions 2. As the sparks start to fly out there between these two sides who've put so much effort and physicality into this lightning-paced game. Preston have an extra aerial target now. It's going to be Luke Jego to deliver, with Lawton now on the bench. Matty Whelan right in the mix. Schroen forward, both centre halves up. It's Coulter who comes to punch. Chance for Gibello to cross. Can't beat Sim at the near post. Whelan up for the header. There's no real power behind it. With no real pace on the ball after the deflection, it was difficult to generate it in truth. Gibello in late on Slaney, perhaps. Constandelos across in a flash. And that's a flash of yellow. Gibello booked for the first time this season. Looks to be a bit of an injury issue for Brandon Lawton on the sideline, who's just been substituted, getting treatment. And treatment for Charlie Slaney, the youngster who's come across from Brisbane Strikers in Queensland. He had the big moment off the bench against Bulleen. A few games ago now, when the ball fell to him on the edge of the 6-yard box, but he blazed over. Could have stolen a point there. He's been good tonight, Charlie Slaney, and he can stay on the pitch because the yellow cards come out. Don't think he knew that rule. The assistant just pointing that out, Charlie Slaney. Don't have to wait while receiving treatment because Wesley Gibello was booked for the tackle. That's a new rule. It's come in a year or so ago. Niagorian flying through the air again, but he doesn't connect. Dom Foligno. Zacharias up strongly. Slaney under no real pressure. Can't keep it in play and still shaking off the effects of that challenge perhaps. Whelan contesting. Drops Eastern Lions away. Off Aaron Anderson's shoulder. Larson spreads the play out to Connor Bell. Bell felled by Leacock, no foul. Stamatellos springs the other way. Schroen in with a strong tackle. And wins possession for Preston as well. Well, Eastern Lions lock this up, or can Preston prise a way through again? Jack Pope. Niagorian. Almost found Tahir. But instead Preston can spring in the other direction. Stavridis losing out. Whelan from the left. His cross takes a deflection. Preston corner. tell you, Bentley have taken the lead against Kingston City just up the road in the 73rd minute. 75 played here. Eastern Lions 3, Preston Lions 2. We apologise for no scoreboard here in the second half. In swinging delivery, doesn't beat the first man. Foligno clips it back into the mix. Now Larson. Good ball out to Luke Jego. It's off the head of Jacob Kresnar and wide for a goal kick. Flicked on for Connor Bell. Matthew Whelan involved there. Bell's early delivery falls as far as Whelan. Can't find space for the strike. Or Matty Whelan with a neat turn, but again, there's too many red shirts around him. Foligno. Composed work from the former Melbourne City man. On to Kresnar. Clean challenge from Stamatelos. Schroen helps it on to Foligno. Gibello. Yet another corner. Can Jacob Kresnar hit his spot again as he did in the first half to tee up Dean Larson? Deep delivery. It's flicked away from danger by Nick Nyagorian. Whelan elects to keep it alive. Now the ball drops for Eastern. And they've got numbers on the break. Dom Foligno in trouble here. Pope centering ball. He had two free at the far post, but couldn't find an angle. Great defending from Foligno and a real missed opportunity for Eastern Lions to make the game safe. Bell spreading play for Gibello. Foligno lifting it in. Whelan. Was he collected? Big appeal for handball. Or maybe an elbow. Wesley Gibello, great feet from him. Arrowed cross to the back post is headed behind. There was a huge shout. I think Marcus Schroen is saying there was a high arm there on Matt Whelan. Big shout for handball as well. Couldn't tell from our angle. Into the 6-yard box, Coulter underneath it. Gets the fist to it. Nyagorian. Preston playing a high-stakes game here as they commit numbers forward. Falls for Jack Pope. The Eastern appeals for a free kick for Silent as they spring away in transition. Tahir wants it on his right foot. Centering ball for Zacharias. Sim. Looking for Niagorian. The flag's up on the far side. "80 minutes played. Eastern Lions 3, Preston Lions 2. More changes coming. Luke Jego has run his race. On comes Benji Leviticos, who's going to join the attack on the right-hand side. George Stavridis has come off. And I believe that's Milo Bissoni who's come on. And Nick Niagorian ordered off on the far side to speed things up. Milo Bissoni into the midfield, and that will be DeAndre Vollenhoven to come on up top. Much different player to Nick Niagorian. He wants to play off the shoulder, get in behind, use his pace and his dribbling. So Chris Greachin making the gamble that they can pinch something in transition here as Preston commit numbers. Whelan couldn't shield it. Preston need their strikers back on side. Symes goes short instead. Dean Larson striding forward in possession. Matty Whelan. Whelan pouncing on a loose ball, takes a heavy touch. Thought he was brought down. Makes his opinions clear to the referee, and he's going to be punished for dissent here. The dying throws of this game. 8 minutes of regulation still to play. You imagine there'll be a decent chunk of stoppage time to add as well. Eastern Lions with the slender advantage. Leacock. Pope spins away from Schroen. Clean challenge from Larson. Leacock, little pocket of space between the lines. 1-2 with Stamatelos. Leacock strikes for goal and sees the path blocked. Gibello releasing Bell. Preston couldn't quite keep the forward momentum in that break. Felino couldn't keep the ball in play. Vollenhoven. South African not able to control that one. This is Anderson. Knocked over the top. Nathan Sim heads back up the line. Pope finds a neat pass through to Leacock. And now DeAndre Vollenhoven has space to craft something here. Prompts the run of Leacock. Dean Larson quickly onto it. Leviticos bravely on the loose ball. Eastern Lions get the decision. Leacock. Corner is the verdict. Aaron Anderson got enough on the ball there. To here on set piece duty. They've only got 3 in the box here, Easton. They are not willing to risk anything on the break. They're going to try and keep it in the corner. Stamatelos loses out. Schroen. Leviticos turns it around the corner. Sim striding in. Marcus Schroen conceding the free kick, and you can see how frustrated he is with the way this game has gone in the second half. Preston had the lead going into half-time, but 2 quick-fire goals from Nathan Stamatelos and Jack Pope has made it 3-2 in favour of the home side as we head towards the climax of this contest. Stamatelos receives the ball on the half-turn. Stamatelos curling it just wide. Took a touch on the way through. It's going to be an Eastern corner. He's been very lively tonight, Nathan Stamatelos. Another one rejoining the club after a 3-year spell at Melbourne Victory. Only 1 in the box this time. Short corner routine. Vollenhoven ploughing alone for it. He went in late. Symes restarts quickly. Anderson. He just can't find the target men up top. Gibello. Wesley Gibello trying to dribble his way through and turns it over. Milo Bassoni bursting through. David to here. Just trying to manage this game. And he's got lots of experience in the lower reaches in Scotland. Trying to guide some of his younger teammates as they look to protect this slender lead against Preston, who've coughed up their own advantage at halftime. Just under 88 minutes played. Still 3-2 to the hosts as we apologise for no scoreboard in this second half. We'll keep you posted on the time and the score as we go through. Another corner for Eastern. To here. Good feet from Leacock. Is brought down. And Eastern Lions can eat more seconds off this clock. Great dribble from Leacock. Offside against Vollenhoven. Now 89 minutes played. Eastern Lions 3, Preston Lions 2. Matthew Symes knocks it forward. Desperation stations for Preston now. Schroen. On to Larson. Gibello back to Kresnar. Zacharias has to put it out. And we're short a ball here for the throw-in. Board goes up 6 minutes. Added on by the fourth official. Still enough time for Preston to nab something. Kresnar. Loops it long. Gibello couldn't get a head on it. Whelan. Anderson lifted to the back post. Leviticos. Nathan Sim with a key intervention. Foligno decided to keep it in. He's won a throw in anyway. Looking for Whelan. And now Easton can break through Leacock and Vollenhoven. It's DeAndre Vollenhoven to seal the points. The chip is denied by Symes. A brilliant trailing arm. And Preston still alive. DeAndre Vollenhoven could have made the point safe for Easton and sealed their first win of the season. Instead, they'll have to wait 4.5 long minutes at least. He was helped on by Bainham. Connor Bell just the wrong side of the defender, and the whistle goes for Easton. Pleased to say we've got our scoreboard back at last. Coulter sends it for the corner. Vollenhoven. There's a throw off Anderson. And the two square off. To here. We'll go for the corner. Preston throw.
Charlie, come in! Step!
Headed back by Bainham, but such was the velocity that Foligno had a swing at it. The two sharing a few words after that. To here. It's going to be an Eastern ball. Slaney will take his time. Quickly taken goal kick for Kresnar. Off Leviticos, he couldn't control it.
Too much.
2 minutes of added time remain, plus whatever extra Terry Constandello elects to add. Wesley Gibello now. Hooked in by Kresnar. Bainham's in there. Won't drop for Leviticos. Foligno carries it infield. Teeing up Leviticos for the cross. Looping delivery. Headed back to Bainham. And it's smashed in by Marcus Schroen. And Preston are level. Deep into stoppage time. Eastern Lions thought they had their first win. But Preston have snatched a point from the jaws of defeat. They'll have a retaken kickoff. Marcus Schroen with his first goal for the Preston Lions. Assuming Will Bainham's header wasn't over the line already. This incredible game serves up another twist. Absolutely breathless. And is there a final sting in the tail? Gibello on the attack. Surely they couldn't do it. Stamatelos goes into the book. Preston with a last gasp set piece. They were down and out 5 minutes into stoppage time. But Marcus Schroen has lashed one in to bring it level at 3-3. And now you suspect this will be for all the marbles. Last action of the night, perhaps. Kresnar's ball in. Away by Stamatelos, who conceded the free kick. Bissoni sends it into touch. We're in the hands of the referee now. Is that a foul throw? It doesn't matter. Full time at the Grange Reserve. Neither side really happy with the end result. But Preston go home with something after all. It looked like heartbreak again deep into stoppage time. And Marcus Schroen popped up the right place at the right time with a captain's goal to secure a share of the spoils. Well, such are the swings and roundabouts of football. Conceding in the 5th minute of stoppage time 1 week, scoring the next. It was a topsy-turvy contest all night. Preston with the half-time lead after an incredible half volley from Connor Bell. Amani Leacock responded with a vicious effort of his own from the edge of the box. Dean Larson popped up immediately off a Preston free kick to secure his first goal for the club. Put Preston ahead 2-1 at half-time. It was Eastern Lions who came out stronger in the second, though. Nathan Stamatelos, who smashed the woodwork in the first half. Teed up by Leacock. Had the beating of Matthew Symes. He got a glove on it, but the ball flew into the top corner regardless. And then Jack Pope. First to a loose ball. And then first to a through ball to tuck it into the bottom corner for his first Eastern Lions goal. But deep into stoppage time. Will Bainham's header was cleared off the line by the desperate lunge of Keegan Coulter. And Marcus Schroen was the man on the spot to smash it into the roof of the net and earn Preston a point on the road. What a game. And thank you for your company this evening. My name is Josh Parrish. It's been a delight to bring you this action. An all-time classic ends all square. And both teams have reason to be frustrated after that. But this was one for the neutral. The full-time score at the Grange Reserve, Eastern Lions 3, Preston Lions 3.